Hi everybody. Happy Monday. I hope you are having a blessed day today. I know that I am. Thank you, Jesus, always on my side and always provides. So what's going to be good for today? So I have some white rice. Ouch. That burned. Some white rice. This is not the spoon I was using. Okay. I have some white rice and it's ready. So I'm just going to shut it off because this is done. It could stay in here. What I do to my white rice is I add a little bit of salt and I add a little bit of sesame oil. So good, guys. You have to try the sesame oil because it's really good. You're never going to want to eat plain white rice again. Okay, so you see there? My rice is all ready. It's looking really good. So I'm going to put that to the side there and just let that warm up. I'm going to unplug it because, like I said, it's cooked already. All right, so what are we making today? We have our white rice, and I have a whole chicken here. Now, there's only so many ways you can make your chicken. After a while, it gets boring. So what I'm going to do is something different today. If you can make pepper steak, pepper and onion steak, you can make chicken and onion steak. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, what do you do? I'm going to make it taste really good. Okay, guys, so right here I have my onion. I have some fresh ground garlic. And I have some peppers. And this avocado is to have it with my white rice. And I'm also going to make some garbanzos today. Now, yesterday, I feel like eating pork. But it's different kind. It's kind of like pork belly. But it's not pork belly. It's tastes like the pork belly. Now this is pig and has really big chunks of meat in it. See? It has big chunks of meat in there and it has that nice little tender fatty part right there. So you see they look like that. Now that's delicious, guys. This is totally Puerto Rican way right here. These are called patitas and basically all they are is, I guess, pig's feet where it helps take up toes and stuff, but I like the leg part. Awesome. So I took this last night and I boiled it for about 2 hours. So now it's tender and I can just prepare it normally because, like I said, I just boiled it with a little bit of onions and some garlic and salt. It has all this gelatinous here on the side, if you could see it. That's all gelatinous from boiled meat. And you could think of it just like gelatinous and get kind of a little grossed out. But when you think of it as collagen, how it helps the body and, you know, puff up your skin, because that's what collagen does, right? So think of it differently. That's why I like it. I love anything that has natural collagen in it. I'm going to eat it up. So I'm going to chop my onions. I'm going to chop my pepper up. I'm going to open up this little can here so we could start doing the garbanzos with the pork, and I'm gonna cut this chicken up. So I guess I'll be back in a few minutes, okay? Hi everybody, I'm back and I tore that chicken up. Let me show you something. Look at those beautiful pieces. So I have all white meat here. And I have the dark meat, which is the legs, thighs, wings. And then I have the neck bone and white meat, pieces of the back. Now, this is awesome right there. That's just some drippings that are coming out. And I'm just going to get rid of them because we do want to brown our chicken. Okay. All right, so I got that saucy part out, right? Okay, so this is the whole chicken? No. There's more to that story. Look at this big piece of chicken here. There's no way that I'm going to add more meat to that pan. That is plenty for today. So I'm going to save this nice piece of chicken breast. And I'm just going to make, like, what do you call those salads with the chicken in it? I'm going to make a salad with the chicken in it. And it's going to be really good. So I got these little bags from Temu. I thought they were really cool. They're resealable, reusable. It's just like a little bag. And you can put your meat or anything in there. Look at that. That is so cool. And the best thing about these, no waste because you recycle them. So you have this nice little tight little seal bag. And I'm just going to pop this in my refrigerator. And tomorrow I'll do it nice and grilled. And I can have it with some Caesar salad. Is that it? Okay. Hold on. I'll be right back. All right, so put the chicken away. Now I'm gonna light these stoves, or hope to light the stoves. Will you work? Work. Ah, yes. Okay, so we're gonna lower the flame. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stir fry this meat in here. Now I have another pot over here, and what I wanna do is, here we go. I chopped up onions and peppers, so we have onion and peppers there. I'm gonna put that in for my beans, and I'm gonna get a spoon because I don't have a spoon. Okay, hold on. All right, so I'm gonna add like a little tablespoon there, and I'm gonna add half a little tablespoon right there. I don't need that much for now. We're gonna need it later. I'm just gonna leave it right here to the side. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is the beans first. So what I want to do is stir fry that. I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil to that. Okay, a little bit more olive oil. Okay, and I don't have any sofrito. Lucky you, because if I had somebody that I'd put it in call it Spanish, but I'm putting partially. The other thing I don't have is cilantro and culantro, but everything else is in there. Okay, so you can do it just like this, like I did it. Just onion, garlic, peppers. This is gonna make a nice bean. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit of pepper to this. Let's add a little pepper to that, and I'm gonna add a little pepper to this. This is cracked pepper. All right, so we're done with the pepper. This looks good. I'm gonna get something to turn that right now. And look at that. Look at that deliciousness. All right, so what else am I gonna do? I'm gonna lower the heat a little bit because it's too high. And this one is just fine. Let it start cooking. Okay, because I'm not gonna add my peppers and my onions till it's almost ready because I want it to get nice and brown. So we're just gonna leave this in the pan until it gets brown. What I do wanna add is a little bit of salt. Let's measure that salt. That's like about a tablespoon or half a tablespoon of salt. I'm going to add some of this butter, garlic, and herb. I'm not going to add it over there. I just want it right here. Okay, and I'm also going to add a little bit of Italian seasonings. Like that. That's good. I can add a little bit of Italian seasonings in there because it's close to Spanish style. So I have some parsley flakes, and I'm going to add some parsley flakes in there and just a little bit in here. Okay, that's good there. So I got most of my ingredients used. I need my sazon, and I'm definitely going to, already smells delicious, guys. I'm going to throw a sazon there, and I'm going to throw one here. I'm going to find out one day how to make my own, but this just makes my life a lot easier because of the serving size. Always available. Okay, so that's it, guys. So far, so good. I didn't add any salt to that, so I'm just gonna put a little bit in my palm. At least I'm conscious of what I'm adding in there. Okay, so let's mix this up. And I am missing some olives from my garbanzos. Okay, so let's get some olives. You know me, I always reach down for those little peppers, those little pickled peppers. So I'm going to add that. I'm going to add like 2 spoons of the brine. You see, that's why I don't do it, guys, because it's salty. You have to watch everything that you put in the food. All right, so that's good. Oh, I got mouth shock. All right, I don't know if it was cold or sour, but mouth shock. So look at these gorgeous pieces of chicken. I'm just going to turn them around. But you know what I got to say about this, guys? That this releases a lot of water. Okay. So I'm just flipping these babies around a little bit. And let those seasonings all combine in there and have fun. All right. Now, guys, you know that got the best part of the chicken is the one that's closest to the bone. So the one that has the least amount of, you know, vitamins and stuff, everything is by the bone marrow, you know. So those happen to be my favorite. I'm not too good on the dry meat or the white meat, unless it's like made into chicken cutlets, then I'll enjoy it. But to have it any other way, the only way I like it grilled is in with the salad. All right, so you see that? That's getting nice and pasty. That's what I'm waiting for it to get a little cooked and pasty. And once that's done, I have 1 cup of tomato sauce. And I'm going to put it right here in my beans. This doesn't get no sauce. Remember what I said? I'm making like a pepper steak, but I'm taking out the steak. And I'm making pepper chicken. So we're going to do that. And it's going to be good. All right, this is almost done. And this one's going to need a while. But let's wait for that's done. At least I can make the beans, you know? While that's cooking, I'm going to open this can of garbanzos that I have, and I am going to pour out the liquid and drain them because I don't want any of those juices or those pieces there, no pieces, all right? So I'm just going to rinse them real quick, and I'm going to bring them on down. Okay, they're good now. I'm just trying to drain them, guys. Hold on, I want everything to drain out. I love garbanzos. They're my favorite kind of beans. Besides the black beans. The black beans and these are my favorite. Hold on 1 second, just rinsing them out. Alright, now they're good. Alright, so see, here we go. I got my garbanzos. I'm just going to lay it right there on top of my pork meat. And I'm going to check this because it looks like it's ready. This is perfect now for the tomato sauce since everything is done. Now, I'm going to add that and I'm going to get like a can of tomato, a can of water. 1 can of water. Hold on. Alright, I got half a can of water and 1 cup of water. Okay, so first, that's so we could get a nice broth. So I'm just going to wait for this part to get nice and cooked. Once it's nice and cooked, that's my cue that I could throw in my beans. But before I throw in my beans, I want that to cook and I want to put in my meat. So right now, it's just a waiting game. But this is looking good. And like I said, I'm just cooking it just like this for now because I'm going to add the pepper and the onions in a little while. Okay? And I use every part of that meat. Even the neck bone because I love the neck bone. So I got the neck bones in there. Okay. Everything is good. Mew. I just heard my cat here scratching on something. Totally weird. I just heard this paper crinkling. Okay, I have it on my plant. You know why I have it on my plant? Because this little girl thinks that she's outside and that big plant is her potty. So I covered it with paper so she don't mess up with my dirt. But I could have sworn I heard her crinkling that. So weird. Alright, maybe there's a mouse. She's been after a little mouse in here. I don't know where it came from. I have 2 cats, so mouse, you're counting your days. All right, so look at this. It is bubbling. I'm just going to give it 2 more minutes. Just 2 more minutes because like I said, I want that sauce to cook with all those delicious veggies and seasonings. I'm going to cover this up. I'm going to cover this and I'm just going to let it steam up in there because we want this cooked. So then we can add my peppers and my onions. Oh my goodness, I can hardly wait. I don't think I ever made this recipe. I'm making it special for you guys. No, I'm kidding. No, I haven't made this recipe before. I don't think I've ever made chicken in the form of stinging pepper souffle. I don't think so, something new. All right, we're almost done. We are almost done. And I'm saying I'm almost done because I can see that the sauce is getting a little thicker. If this sauce gets thicker, then I'm with it. All right, guys. I hope everybody's having a blessed Monday today and a blessed week ahead. I know I will. Thank you, Jesus. He's always on my side. Always in my head. Always in my heart. In everything I do. I do it with the grace. All right, so this is almost done. I'm going to get a rag because this is like percolating all over the place. Let me get this rag just to clean out all these little spots that are here. Because it is percolating and spewing it all out. All right. So we're almost ready. It's looking really good. See, it's getting nice and thick, that sauce. I'm waiting for it to cook. All right. So you know what? This is a good... Let me just wipe over here these tomato sauce. Okay, so this is like a good time that I could throw in my my pork with all the brine and everything. See, that's why I'm not using that much water. I don't think I even need this much water. I think a cup will do, but I'm going to leave this little bit. It's like a third of a can. All right, so I think this is good. This is perfect. So I'm going to throw in all my pork meat. Can hardly wait. Dinner and a movie. All right, so put that in. And let's wait till it comes to a boil. What I'm going to do is I'm going to raise the heat. Okay, so that could come up to a boil real quick. And once this comes to a boil, I can already add my my garbanzos to that. As soon as it comes to a boil. You can see this is boiling up a storm in here. And that's good. Leave it because I want the chicken to cook. It's going to take at least 20 minutes. I'll cook that for 20 minutes before I start adding the peppers and the steak. And it'll be good. I don't know if I want to put it in here. Or maybe I'll do it in my pan. The grilling pan that I use, maybe I'll use it there or maybe I'll leave it in here. I'm not sure yet. But for now, let's work on these beans while this is percolating really nice in there. I don't have to do anything to that. And my rice is already cooked. So it's just a waiting game now. To make this dinner so quick. I mean, like cooking it. The process of cooking it is really simple, but this process right here of cutting up everything and cutting up that chicken, I think I took about 35 minutes just to cut this chicken, the whole chicken, cut it up, and to cut all this. Yeah, so, excuse me. All right, so let's just wait a few more seconds. It's the waiting game. Okay, see, there it goes. It's looking good. I could take this and just cover it. Let me just mix this chicken up a little bit better. It's seasoned. At least it's nicely seasoned. Let all those little bones go to the bottom. Okay, I don't need the top. These pieces can cook on the top, the white meat. Like I said, I don't like the white meat. It doesn't have that much nutrients. I like the dark meat, the wings, thighs, the backbones, everything like that. Very nice. All right, so here we go again. I'm just going to cover this up and let it steam for a little longer. And look, it's boiling. Yes, it's bubbling. This is going to be so good, guys. Look at all that meat in that bone. It's pork. So delicious. I love everything. Everything God gives me is good. All right, so now we're waiting for that to come to a full boil. I needed a full boil there to add my beans in there. And then after I add the beans in there, it's only going to take like maybe 5 to 7 minutes to cook up because, not beans, the garbanzos, they're already cooked. They were in the can. So they're good. You don't have to do anything to them except enjoy, heat, and eat. You just have to heat and eat. So, we're waiting. I'm so hungry. And the smell doesn't help. So, that's it. Once this is done, I'm going to pause it and then I'll come back. By the time I come back, this is going to be 20 minutes in there, and then I can decide what I'm going to do. So if you see another pot, it's because I transferred it in there. But I was thinking that I really don't want all that juice, and that's why I'm doing it. I'm going to wait till all that goes down, you know what I mean? Like all that liquid evaporates from there. And then that's when I'm going to do the cooking. But right now, we're just doing the pre-cook. It's just a pre-cook. All right, here we go. We're doing good. All right, so I'm just waiting for that to come to a full boil. It smells so good, guys. You know, like really good. Just got to give it a taste. Yes. It doesn't need anything. It doesn't need it. It doesn't want it. All right. Look at that. It's perfect. And like I said, my meat was boiled last night. I boiled this because I had anticipation of making this today. So, all right. Just waiting one more minute. Making sure everything's hot in there. And it's boiling up a storm, so that's good. All right, so I'm going to put my garbanzos in there. And that's how easy this was. So now what I want to do is make a mess. No. Now what I want to do is just cover it and let this simmer for maybe about 5 minutes. That's all it needs. 5 minutes. And then I'm going to shut it off because it's going to be ready. And this needs about another 15 minutes. So I'll be back in 15 minutes. And then by that time it should be cooked. And then I can grill it like a pepper steak. Chicken steak. I mean chicken and onions. I'll be back. Okay guys, I just want to let you know real quick. I just turned it off. I just put it on pause for like a minute. I'm back and I wanted to let you know that. Do you see that amount of sauce? I saved some of the liquid from when I cooked the pork. I saved the liquid, so that all that jelly that you saw already turned into like a good sauce for it. So just wanted to show you. See that can of water that I needed, that little can, and this I don't need it. I don't need it, and if you're following my video, you don't use it because it's not like I forgot to put it in. It's because it doesn't need it because I have all that. Now, let's just say if you didn't have the meat and you wanted to make the garbanzos the same way, you can do that with the exception of putting the meat, but you would have to add half a can of water because you're going to have no broth. You saw my sauce wasn't enough to make a nice broth, but now you have that, and it's really high. Just going to lower it a little bit. Like I said, 5 minutes. 5 minutes and then I'm shutting it off. But I'll mix this chicken because it's been like a good 6 minutes. And like I said, it's already done. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put it back because I could see that it's still not cooked completely. So I'm going to cover it and let it steam some more until I'm ready to dry it up. Because if I uncover it now and I leave it, all that broth will disappear and then I won't have nothing else to cook it. Alright, so I'm going to leave it on for about, I would say, I'll be back in 10 minutes, okay? 10 minutes I'll be back, but I'm shutting this off in like 3 more minutes because, like I said, this is done. Everything's cooked. So I'll be back in about 10 minutes. Hi everybody. So my beans are ready. Those garbanzos, they're all ready. I shut it off. Look at all the liquid that it has, or rather the nice broth. It's a little drippy, but I don't mind. It's good because it's all that goodness from the pork. So I already chopped up my avocado. My avocado's all ready. And here's the onion and the garlic. And look at this. This is ready to work with now. I don't know, I'm thinking I just leave it in there. Look, the broth is almost all gone. See that? There's hardly no broth in there at all. And look, so now you're left with like this sticky consistency of the chicken. So delicious. If you could smell that, smell this, not that. If you could smell this, you'd want some immediately. All right, so I have some garlic and my peppers. I'm just going to toss that in there. And I have my onions. I'm going to put that in there too. Okay, so I got my onion. And now what I want to do is just like bring them down a little bit. You know, let them get a little wilted. I don't want them to fully cook, but I do want them in that nice broth on the bottom of this pan, because that's just like everything right there. You gotta work it. It won't look like this in a few minutes. It's hard. It looks like it's not enough room, but it's gonna be fine because that's gonna cook down a little bit and it'll be just fine. So look at that. Pepper steak? No, pepper chicken. I wonder why they call it pepper chicken. You're not using any peppers. You're using onions too, right? Pepper, onions, but they call it pepper steak. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna cover this, because if I cover it, it's gonna get water, and you don't want the water, okay? You want 0 water. If it has a little tiny bit of broth, it's okay, but basically I'm reaching for dry, okay? Dry. So listen to that there. Smells so good. So I'm just gonna give it 5 more minutes, okay? And I'll be back. Just gonna cook it up 5 minutes, guys. Hi everybody, I'm back, and this is ready. Okay, so let me get this piece right here. I'm gonna grab this, and I'm gonna shut this off, because it's been like 10 minutes after I added the veggies. I don't want to leave it too much, so let me put that there for a minute. I'm just gonna put this rag here. Trying to put the rag so I could put this here. It's fine. Now I could put my plate, because you can't appreciate it if it's all in there like that and it looks like that. Nah, I'm gonna show you how pretty it looks. Let me get my spoon. I'm gonna drop this chicken, and like I said, there's hardly no broth. I'm gonna do it slowly so you could see that there isn't any broth in here. Okay, look at those beautiful pieces of chicken. Yum, yum, give me some. They look really good, guys. Look at that. I don't want those pieces on the bottom. Let me show you on the top. Oh, there goes a wing, and something else fell. But yes, I like the backbone pieces. Look at all the white meat. Okay, look at that. That's amazing. And these chickens with the bone on it, guys, they just gave it the only delicious broth ever. Throw that in there. Now, look at that broth. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Whoever said you can't make pepper steak, look at that. Whoever said you can't make pepper chicken, just look at that. Doesn't that look good, guys? That looks amazing. And this is my first time making the chicken in the pepper style, like chicken and pepper, the steak and pepper style. But look at that. Oh, I smell it. Smell it. I wish you could smell it. Guys, that's it. Throw that onion back in there. No, it refused to go. All right, guys, so there's only one left thing to do. One thing left, and it's serve a plate. Let me get my plate from here, and let's serve some of this deliciousness right in there. Okay, so I got my plate. I got my pretty plates, and now we're gonna put some pretty food in that pretty plate, and that looks delicious, guys. Sometimes I wish I can just feed everyone a taste test. Maybe one of these days in the future. Kidding. All right, so my rice is already done. I have it here. I didn't mix it, so it's like a little stiff, but it's okay. Once I play with it, once I mix it up a little bit, it'll loosen right up. See that? All you gotta do is maneuver. All right, so I'm gonna show you. This is my plate, okay? So I'm gonna serve for me. I'm gonna take 2 spoons of rice. Okay, that's enough. 2 spoons of rice. Now, I'm gonna grab my meat. Let's grab the meat out of here. Let me see which piece I want. Oh yeah, look at this delicious piece right here. Oh my goodness. Let me grab a piece. This is full bone, guys. Like really, look. Bone and a little bit of meat on the side, but Let's get some of these garbanzos in that rice. That looks good. I didn't get any broth. I need some broth in there, just a little bit. There you go. Now let's grab some chicken. And like I said, my favorite part is the wings. I like the wings. And I just twisted them into themselves like that. Okay, we leave it just like that. That looks good. And what else? Where's the thigh? Because I like the thigh. Okay, so I have some thigh. And let's get some of this peppers and onion on top. Guys, this is so good. Like I said, I wish I could give you guys a taste test. But you know what? There's nothing better than to make it yourself. So follow my video and it'll come out just like this for you. This looks delicious. I wish I could give you some. I hope you all have a blessed Monday today. If you like my video, give me a like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And thanks for watching. Love you guys for watching. Bye. Eat that. Delicious. Bye, guys. Bye.